Hi, I'm Turk. I'm here with my neighbor Isabel and Corey,
Hey.
and I want you to have an important conversation. Picture this. You're in a hospital at 2 a.m. A doctor walks in and asks you, do you want us to keep trying everything, or should we let your mother go peacefully? You look at your family, and no one knows the answer, because she never told you. Or do you know if your closest loved one wants to be buried, cremated, or sent to space? Do you know what you even want? And if you do, does someone else know about it? Again, I'm Turk, and I want to persuade you of something that could change not only your life, but the lives of the people you love. We all need to talk about end-of-life care before it's too late. Having these conversations now, while we're healthy, it reduces conflict. It eases stress and gives families the priceless gift of clarity and peace in the hardest moments of life. Understanding end-of-life care is still relatively new, less than 60 years. Dr. Elizabeth Kubler-Ross wrote this book. In her groundbreaking discovery and piece of art on death and dying, she wrote in 1969, reminded the world that death isn't just a medical event, it's a deeply human one. Her work sparked the hospice movement, which focuses on dignity and comfort at the end of life. But dignity doesn't just happen in the last days. It begins with planning. When families don't know what someone wanted, they're left to guess. And those guesses cause real harm. A 2018 study in the Journal of Pain and Symptom Management found that families without advance directives, they experienced far more stress, guilt, and conflict after their loved one's death. Silence doesn't spare us from pain. It multiplies it. Advance directives are so important to have, and I really encourage you to get it. Planning brings relief. The National Institute of Aging explains that advanced care planning helps reduce confusion and stress for families. It also gives medical teams the guidance they need. Think about that for a second. When you put your wishes in writing, you're not only protecting your own dignity, you're protecting the emotional health of your family. And you can get an advance directive form by contacting your healthcare provider, an attorney, your state's health department. You can visit websites. There is caringinfo.org and the National Institute on Aging. Various organizations offer these forms and resources, but remember that the requirements and specific forms for advance directives vary by state, so it is crucial to get the appropriate forms for your location. Instead of frantically debating what you would have wanted, your loved ones can simply carry out your instructions and focus on what matters, and that's being present with you. But here is the problem. Most people wait too long. According to the Conversation Project, 90% of people say it's important to talk about their wishes, but only 27% actually do. That means the majority of Americans are leaving their families unprepared. It's a large chunk of people with no idea. And here's the tough truth. If we wait until illness strikes, or until someone is too weak or confused to communicate, then we've waited too long. And at that point, the decisions are made in crisis, not in calm. Finally, these conversations are not just about us. They are a gift to the people we love. And a study published in Health Affairs found that families with clear guidance from their loved ones experienced far less complicated grief after death. And imagine your spouse, your child, or your sibling already grieving your loss, having to argue with other family members about what you might have wanted. And now imagine that same family with a clear plan in hand, free from guesswork, able to grieve together, and have peace. Like, that is the gift of end-of-life conversations. And I know some people resist these talks because they feel uncomfortable or even unlucky, that just bringing up death might somehow invite it. But here's the truth. Not talking about it does not prevent death. It only prevents peace. Facing the topic doesn't hasten the end of life. It strengthens the present because it gives us confidence that our wishes will be honored. So here's my challenge to you. Have the conversation. Ask your loved one, if something happened tomorrow, what would you want me to know? And then tell them what you want. It's so simple. It doesn't have to be morbid. Because the truth is, no one of us can choose whether we will die. But we can choose whether we leave our families with silence and stress, or with clarity, love, and peace. And so many people, when they're unplanned, they have the guilt. And they grieve for massive amounts of time because they believe that the length of their grief is a reflection of their love. But when people can say goodbye and know that they did right by someone else, they're able to heal.